Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just get toilet and another cup of coffee. You guys just have to tell me if the stream is stable. I'm still having some issues. This is the first time I actually gotten Streamlabs to finally work properly on this computer. So, hopefully thing goes fine. Latency is no problem at least. As I see now on the, because I have the stream up on the other window here. As you probably saw, I did a check of the chat earlier. Can try to show you here. This element is too small to be displayed. Well, sure, I'm working on the problem. There, thank you. So, if I now move over to screen individually, so you guys should be able to see this just fine. So I have the stream up here. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such viewers will experience buffering. Well, there you see. Yeah, not everything is working completely stable. I hope the EQ on my voice is fine. Kind of need an de-esser. And maybe a bit more compression. Check. I'm having a very stupid high-end frequency. I think I fixed it. Kind of now. That's better. I have my Yamaha mixer here. Just trying to fix stuff. If you're wondering what music is, I'm playing it from my tablet here. It's a NCS, no copyright sounds, Nightcore mix. Nightcore mixed by Kaitos Music, so go check him out if you wish to. So I woke up for probably about like 2 hours ago. Sorry that my YouTube plans and all of that stuff has been a pain in the ass. I've kind of been having issues with both recording and all of that stuff. So I'm trying to get stuff back on track. As I said, I still don't have the beefiest of computer. I can try to show you my specs if Task Manager wants to cooperate properly. So if I now switch you back over here. Well, as you already see, my CPU is pinned only. I'm streaming with Streamlabs. So, well, there you have that. So I have an Intel Core i3-8130 CPU. A part of, I think it was the Kaby Lake, is the 8th gen. Base clock has 220, but I've pumped it to around 3 gigahertz. So yeah, uptime 22 hours. Well, yes, because I had to restart it yesterday. Memory, I have 8 gigs of DDR4 memory, 2024 giga, 2.4 gigahertz, if I should say that, or 2400 megahertz. 2400 megahertz is 2.4 gigahertz, so I'd just say that, but of course it's so dim because I'm on a laptop. Disk, just a Samsung NVMe 239 gigabyte disk. Ethernet is receiving none right now because that's just connected to the server computer for doing a bit of that kind of stuff. Wi-Fi, well, my connection is jumping around. I'm streaming at 500 kilobit bitrate right now. And my CPU is of course video decoding. Because of that, I have an 620 graphics with 4 gigabytes of video memory. Of VRAM, as they say. And well, processes driving right now is like Discord, Sim Dashboard, Google, Steam, Streamlabs. I don't know what's taking so fucking much of my CPU right now. Oh yeah, OBS 64 and the service Windows camera host. Yeah, of course. It's the services for Streamlabs. But back to kind of talking about what about future plans and stuff. This is kind of gonna be the update because I did the update on Twitch about, I did that stream on Twitch last Monday or last Sunday night to Monday about my new setup and stuff, and of course this crap has logged me out again. Well, of course, god fucking damn it, I think it was that one. Sure, yes it was. Now get back on my wish lists. New workstation, there we go. So I kinda changed up the setup a bit. We're still going for the same case, the Fractal Design S2 gunmetal case. Let me just pull the stream over on this screen. Sure, there we go. The Fractal Design case. We're still going for the Corsair benches. So 32 gigs of RAM, 3600 megahertz. An extra set of Corsair all LL120 RGB fans, because I'm gonna be changing out the fans in the front of the case to RGB fans. There's 2 already in the front, but I can have 3 fans in the front if I want to. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna take one of the fans in the front and put them in the bottom, and then put 2 Corsair RGB fans on top, since those are the ones that's gonna be most visible, and another RGB fan in the back of the case as exhaust for pull configuration, and then use the front as a push configuration to push air into the case, and then pull at the back and at the radiator. And as I said before, the Asus GeForce RTX 260 Auto G Strix, it's an what was the video RAM on this? It's 5000. So if I can get the specifications, there we go. So it's a, please check video resolution. Oh shit. Well, I have some skipped frames, but sure. Sorry if the stream is lagging out a bit right now. But it's a 3600, well, it's PCIe 3.0 Express, 1395 megahertz, boost clock at 1860 megahertz. 1920 CUDA cores. And I can drive all the way up to actually about 5K with this. Maximum is 7.6. So technically I can run... I should technically be able to run 4K screens on this setup, but I don't see myself running more than like 2.7K. Really. As long as it can provide me like up to about 60 FPS in like Battlefield 5 and Call of Duty and stuff, I'm down. So that's good. Hopefully the stream got a bit better now. There's still a bit latency, but sure. So yeah, it's a bit better now. Hopefully it's still gonna be pretty stable still. So hopefully, having still some issues with... Sorry about the lightning here. Let me try to get the backlights on here. See if that may help. So, as I said before, we're gonna be going with a Samsung, so a 512GB M.2 SSD, because the main thing I'm gonna have M.2 SSD for is saving, is for saving the operating system, games, and files I'm editing in Premiere. That's the only 3 things I'm gonna be having saved on the SSD, on the on that one. The only thing I'm gonna be... That's the only things that's gonna be having that, and footage I already ingested and are editing. As soon as I'm done with editing and stuff and exporting it, it's going onto 4TB NAS drive to do the rest of stuff, because I haven't built myself a proper exporting server yet. Right now I'm just using Media Encoder and another machine with remote desktop with an i5 processor. But I'm gonna be building a rack mount case later on down the line to have standing in a rack together with a switch and some other network equipment once I get a bit further into all of this systems and stuff. I still haven't bothered by buying a rack case yet. I'm still going school and I'm still waiting to get a job. They haven't answered my job request yet for the municipal Trondheim. They were something coming out about a summer summer like replacement for the main workers, like 100% working thing. So I were thinking about taking that one, but I haven't gotten as far. I haven't gotten anything back from them yet, so I'm still waiting for answer from them. So hopefully I get that soon. But back to the video. No, to the video. I say back to the Complat and all of that stuff. So all of this is... So as you probably noticed, this site is on Norwegian. I am from Norway, and I also buy stuff from here because it's cheaper than buying from outside the country. Since I said on Twitch, and I probably posted it, I've changed from Intel to an AMD processor. Yes, I know, I never saw myself changing from Intel to AMD, but on the thought of how much, together with the CPU, both cores and threads, and the performance boost I get together with the GTX or RTX 2060, it's a better bet for going for the AMD Ryzen 9 3900X with 12 cores and 24 threads instead of an Intel CPU with 8 cores and 8 threads or whatever. And that also resulted in me changing to a Gigabyte X570 Aorus Master Socket AM4, because of course I couldn't use the Asus board anymore since it's a AMD socket and not an Intel socket. Now the nice thing about this board is that it actually has a built-in 2.7 gigabyte Ethernet jack built into the board. So if you see here, we have 4 regular USB 2.0s, Wi-Fi antenna connection of course, receive and send. We have 2 USB 3.0 and one is the BIOS, USB 3.0, or can be used to the BIOS as well. We have 3 USB 3.1 ports here, and we have 1 USB Type-C connection here, which also is 3.1, which makes transferring from my phone, since I actually have a USB-C to USB-C cable, which makes transferring, ingesting footage from my phone, which is basically the main camera I use when I record things that's not recorded on my computer. Ingesting of that is gonna go super fucking quick. And then we have a normal LAN, which is a 1 gigabit connection. Here is the 2.5 gigabit Ethernet connection. And then we of course have a mic, line out, line in, and rear, and the USB. I'm probably not going to be using any of these jacks, because I'm probably going to be using, because the plan for my next audio setup, because I have planned something for a new audio setup, I'm going to show you that later in this stream, but I'm going to be using a Behringer X18 Air desktop mixer, so that I can use the 4 first channels to my microphone first, my tablet, and 2 outputs from my PC, so stereo, left, right. And it has 6 aux mixes, so I'm gonna be using aux 5 and 6 to send right into a force right third gen interface card, and then send that sound into the computer again, because I have right now I'm having issues with that when I'm playing stuff back from my computer. For example, if I'm sitting on Discord on my computer, I'm running it into this mixer, I'm just using the headphone jack. Since it's recording all the channels in a stereo config right into the main, if I turn up the PC Master to hear what they're saying on Discord, they get their voices back again into Discord. And that's kind of a bit of a pain in the ass, so that's why I kind of went like, well, sure, this is going to be a perfect solution, because then I can run a single, like, I can probably set it up, because then I can set up, because I'm also going to run my USB from this mixer to do, from the new mixer to do multi-track recording. So we'll see if I'll use those 2 PC inputs, but I can pull the USB in, and I can route the line in to be the regular line in aux for my phone, but I can route the USB 17 and 18, which is the line in from USB, to go into channel 11, and no, into channel 3 and 4. I already had it set up on my tablet. Now I don't really have a good way to record my tablet right now, but I can try to show you guys. At least I have a long enough aux cable, so I'll show you that later. Actually, I'll show you guys that once we go through the audio equipment and stuff later on down the road. But then we have the main board right here. So we have 2 CPU power, because the CPU on this is going to require 2 CPU power. We have some fan headers. We have 6 SATA ports. I think it's 6 SATA ports. Does it say the SATA here, or do I have to go down? I don't know. But at least the thing that's pretty overkill about this board is that it has 3 NVMe slots. only for a 2 and then another format. So it has I don't remember totally, but that's we'll check that later. And here we have normal USB and USB 3.0, and I actually have USB 3.0 on the case, so that's pretty nice. But let's jump down to my specifications down here. So it has, well, bus clock, that's of course 128 gig, so it can support all the way up to actually, well, 3200, and it can actually be pretty fucking high. But I'm going for 3600, and I know it supports 3600 right here. And it does not support ECC, so I of course can't use it to run ECC stuff, because ECC is usually DDR3. And it has HD 8-channel sound, that's okay. So here, Bluetooth gigabit Ethernet and a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet connection. So here we have it. So we have 2x PCIe 4.0 x16 slots. So 4x in 0x slot, third generation Ryzen CPU. Yeah, all of that. We have one PCIe 4.0 x16 x4 mode, and then we have one PCIe 4.0 x1 slot. So the here's the x1 slots, and here the two x16 slots. And then we have SATA, and actually it is actually 6x 7 pin, so 6, and I can actually run them in a RAID 0, 1 or 10 configuration, which means I can run actually RAID hard drives, and the SiegeGate NAS hard drive is actually a RAID compatible one, so I could, if I decide me to buy like 4 of those drives, I can stripe them together in Windows in RAID and get like a big massive, like, what the fuck is it, like a big massive 8 terabyte cluster, if I want to. And then it has 3 XM.2 slots, which is pretty nice. And I think it is okay, so they all are the same, but well, yes. So that's that one. And other than that, it's the Asus ROG Strix 360mm rad RGB cooler, because I had to change it out because it was a AM4 socket and not an Intel socket, of course. And then I have Corsair RM 1000-watt power supply, together with the Corsair Professional Sleep White cables. And I also have put it on a Arizona Arena gaming desk, because I need a bigger desk first of all, because I'm gonna be getting in a third screen afterwards, and this table is just too small, and especially when I'm gonna show you the sound equipment, although I'm probably gonna be having the studio monitors on stands. We'll see how that goes, but at least I probably need more space underneath the table, on the thought that the sub I'm gonna have to it is a bit big. It's a 109 watt sub, which is way enough for this room. I even have to get some acoustic plates and bass like catchers around the place, because I have some problems with bass frequencies everywhere in here. When I'm sitting like in the middle of the room, it doesn't sound too bad, but like in the back of the room, it's kind of janky, and when the sound is janky back there, downstairs it sounds like an absolute madness. So yeah, well, Diabolic Lovers 5 can confirm that, at least.
Yes, I can, guys.
Well, you probably, when I'm playing music in here, you can probably hear it all the way over to your room.
Yes, I can.
Well, yes, there you see, guys. So let's put now the configurations for that. Now I'm gonna be throwing on, once I actually have you guys here, why don't we go find a keyboard, because I kinda I kinda need a keyboard on here. Gaming equipment and keyboard. Now, it's Razer or Corsair. It's those that's like the perfect, and I really want the cabled versions, of course. And the tournament and the Black Window, I kind of like, I've been looking at, I don't remember what keyboard it was. Discord, come here. I don't remember what the keyboard it was. The Unknown had. So let's hope that he answers that real quick.
I doubt that actually.
Well, yes, I kinda do too, because he's playing Roblox, but you never know. Well, meanwhile, guys, just hang on and I'll just go on the toilet real quick. And I'm back, folks. There we go. Ow. Now I can move this so I just can open you again, so that I kinda have a bit of overview on what's going on over here. Oh, it's just the music itself, okay. We're starting to wonder where the fuck all the bass went. Well, he's not answering, damn it. Well, sure about it. I think it was the Ornato.
You can call him though.
Well, yes, I can try. Sure. I bet he's gonna answer, but hopefully he sees what I've written at least. Wrote.
You actually never know.
No, you really don't with him. Well, there he at least shutted the call, but if he's gonna start to write, that's another question. Well, I'm not exactly cuddling with my cat girls right now, but sure. Cuddling with my sleepy cat girls, that was yesterday.
Or night, we can say.
Well, yes.
You write that actually when it was night. So
I know.
yeah.
Well, sure. Works. I think that's a more appropriate status. And I can put game activity to just, well, Streamlabs OBS, sure, why not? Well, he's not answering. So I just guess I'll have to go through it myself. But I know it was Razer he had. And I kinda like that keyboard, so I'm gonna just cross out Corsair. I think it was Ornato. I think it was Ornato. It really seems like it. Marja Membra mid-profile switches. Because I kind of felt how it is to write with that one, and it feels very nice. It's tactical, and you get this rubberized like pattern underneath. It's pretty fucking nice. You don't have to, like I'm doing now, my wrists, I can't really show you guys too good, but my wrist when I'm writing, they're kind of just junking on the on the table. And I'm kind of getting tired of using this like janky, like I want to call it like a server fucking keyboard. It's just like a freaking Lenovo keyboard I just got from like work. They were getting new computers for the shop, like the cash registers and all that stuff. So I were taking out the hard drives, and together with that I were scavenging 3 CPUs and some RAM sticks and some coolers. So and then also keyboard. And that's actually pretty surprising. I actually have back on the other table here actually laying a Firewire card, because I found a Firewire card in one of them, even though almost nobody uses Firewire anymore, because Firewire is technically Thunderbolt nowadays. There's still some old equipment that I kind of like, and like if I get some old equipment that I might can use together with my studio and stuff, it's very nice to have a Firewire card just in case. Like the only thing I'm gonna be
He answered you.
Oh, did he? Well, look at that, look at that. They actually can't check my status. It actually comes up that I'm streaming. That's pretty nice.
I could have watched you, but I am playing some Minecraft with a friend.
Well, I
Other.
noticed that already.
Yeah, and you know pretty well what.
Well, yes, I know, because I saw it on my friends list.
When are you gonna join soon?
Well, I haven't even installed the Minecraft or the FTP launchers after I reinstalled this entire computer. When my Windows decided to go yeet, so
That's better of you.
That coffee was starting to get cold.
You haven't been playing with us for ages now.
Well,
last time you.
it's
last
first
time you
now I'm
played
getting.
with us,
It's first now that I'm kind of getting my YouTube plans back together. Because you know they have been a bit like jumping around and stuff.
Yeah, but still.
So yes, it was Ornato.
Haven't been playing with us for a while, and that's pretty sad. And I guess our friend also wants you to play.
Well, like She sent me a fucking, well, that was a messenger link here the other day to some other stuff. Okay, Discord, cooperate. Like, look at this. This is a problem every time. Suddenly, YouTube decides itself to go eat. And well, maybe it's because I have 50,000 stuff open anyway. And I don't need Google Hangouts to be open, but sure. Upload failed, like I guessed. Processing, but why the fuck? Discord, cooperate. And if that one fails, I'll just send him a link. Well, yes. Then we just cheat in that one and then we do that.
You're on your plan today.
What did you say?
What is on your plan today?
Well, not too much really. Uploading Half-Life 2. Try to record Euro Truck Simulator if Fraps wants to cooperate. I'm gonna try to pull it into...
Didn't you do that yesterday?
Nope, I were doing it yesterday, but Fraps fucked up again and all my outputs ended up in black screen.
Okay.
So, I have to try to put Euro Truck into full screen borderless. Or into windowed borderless. And try to do it that way. Send to your devices. Yeah, TKSMG600 active 7 days ago. Well, that computer is not gonna be active anymore. Because this is the exact same computer, only that that the name here on the computer is a bit different from that right now. It's yeah. Right now it's Necolive PC in workgroup Necolive Incorporation. So just redo that thought, Google. But I really think it's this one. It's pretty like, it's slim and great, and like, the thing I think about this is that it actually has a detachable, or is that just me? Because I know it was a keyboard that had detachable like USB cable. Not that I really need a detachable USB cable, USB-C cable, unless I'm gonna be like moving it from one set to another set. But that I can do easy with just using what it is called again?
I know, you
Those
are the best
fucking switches
person
or
on this.
whatever. Those connectors. No, I saw it on YouTube here a while back. Those IC12 connectors. Mic connectors. Sure, enough about it. But I think it's this one, and it's pretty great. Yeah, this one. This picture is using fucking long time to load. Because I'm on there. Well, let me try to pull it up on my phone if I just move over to mobile data here. Like, my network in general is fucking slow, so if I pull you over on mobile data now.
Really the best.
Well, now I'm on mobile data here, so now I can pull it up.
Don't use everything though.
No, it's fine. I ready myself 2 days now, and hopefully I'll get my mother to actually order that other thing right now. Sure, but then I got my answer. So it's this one. So I'm pull that in together with new workstation, save it. And in the same time as I'm in here, this Razer Def Header Expert is still doing me great, but I kind of want a newer mouse. If you guys are wondering what, I'm just waiting for it to start off because my DPI is a bit fucked. Thank you. Performance 4000, well that was better. Frequency update, well sure, 1000. There we go. Do that, you should still be down in edge. But I really want another mouse together, as I really need another headset, because the bass in these are starting to get pretty bad, because when I have the mixer on and I have the bass turned up, like the low frequency is turned up all the way, like regularly on the other ones, then it's not a problem. But if I'm using it together with the phone, I almost don't have any bass at all. Although I have another headset I can use together with my phone, the right ear in that one is kind of blown. And I don't know how I managed to blow it, but I just have like a low...
Because you have too high bass on it, that's why.
Nope, that's not why, because the bass frequencies on that side is still there. It's the high ends that isn't there. And using it together with the phone won't exactly blow that headset. Although I kind of had that headset in, well, I've had that headset for practically, yeah, almost 2 years now. So I wouldn't surprise it to last any longer. So we'll find a mouse, we'll find a headset. So let's take mouse first now, or mice, or whatever you guys say it, where you guys are from. So now, as you guys already know, I'm a pretty big fucking fan of Razer, but I'm gonna take both Razer UF and Corsair, because I'm a very big fan of both of those, because I know Corsair has some pretty good mices there too. I have one I kind of seen, yeah, I have, for example, the Smitnar Pro RJB, for example. It's a 12G buttons, as I want to call it, so it has 12 programmable buttons on the side here, which is pretty nice. For example, when I'm playing Minecraft, for example, I had an earlier mouse which actually had 9 buttons on the side of it. And it was pretty nice to use to like move around in the inventory quick instead of using the scroll wheel. If I were gonna jump all the way to 9, I could just press 9, I'm in there. But the thing I kind of looked at is this Razer Naga Trinity MOBA, which actually has out-changeable stuff in the side depending on the... So if I'm, for example, playing shooter games, for example, first-person shooters or stuff, I can take this one and have 1, 2, 3, and 4 as, for example, in Valorant. So 1 and 2 for sidearm and primary, 3 for knife, and 4 for planting the spike. Or, for example, in Call of Duty, for example, I can have 1 and 2 as primary, secondary, and third as melee, and I can program 5 and 6 to be lethal or unlethal, or lethal or tactical grenades and stuff. And then I can have the last one for just regular office use. So it's standing in between it's standing in between the MOBA and the Corsair. RGB mouse. Don't know really what's the difference on these two, but sure. This one is... Well, I don't know what's up with that, but sure. So it's in between this one or the Racer Mamba. I'm gonna try to send a picture for Jan. Let's hope that he wants to send this time. Now. No, how's it going inside of here is my question. Of course, I would guess this one to be pilot twist. This is probably the usual Lilith. God, this wants to be your 5. Well, sure. The regular. Now let's just jump out of that bomb because my stream is hanging up and stuff. Just get out of there already. There, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now you just get back in working order. There you go. You just don't skip any more frames. Keep it up now. I know you can do this. Well, look at that. Now he's inside of Gary's mod. Cat. God damn it. Cat? Are you there?
Ja, ik er her.
Well, she gone quiet. Well. Well, perfect status to what I'm doing. Not really that I have too many echoes here right now, but sure. Just wait until HentaiCon, although streaming that here will kinda be... Well, putting that out on Discord, no, YouTube... I could probably get some stuff in, but like, it's HentaiCon. What do you expect? YouTube would get on my nerves. But sure. Because then I have a Razer keyboard. But I'm thinking of maybe going for a Corsair headset for the gaming set. But I'm still kind of... I kind of need jack. Because on the thought of me actually going to use it to... on the... in the mixer. But sure enough, I think the remote like thing can be connected through jack, so then it won't be a problem. But again, kind of a bit of pain in the ass. I'm just gonna hope that he answers. Oof. So I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna go at... And by the way, if you guys didn't know, because I've seen many people that actually don't know this, just hold on. That if you go Control K, you can actually quick swap channels. So that's pretty nice. Now what's this now? Oh, Twitch Prime, of course. Sure. And I'm surprised. I still have this, let me... That I still have this, like, NCIS card. And on the back of it is just flight barcodes from when I were flying to Buda when I were going with my family. It's a funny story. Well, look at that. YouTube is finally saying... Well, first, excellent. The dead is coming error again. God fucking damn it. I hope the audio is fine. It sounds fine through my headset, but of course, I'm not hearing the total level that's coming into my computer, of course. I'm recording around Unity, so yes, I'm getting around 0 dB on my mic into the main mix. So you guys should have about 0 dB because my level on the computer is turned all the way up, so I have all controls on my mixer, so it should be fine. You know what? I'm not even gonna wait for him.
Then I'm back.
Okie dokie.
I was just talking to somebody.
Okay. USB, a laser.
Or should I say the the person you're calling the crazy woman?
Ow. Her. God damn it.
Yes, her.
4-pin USB Type A, and it is 3 side panels included, which is pretty nice. I don't need any mouse pad because, I mean, the table I'm getting has like a whole cover mouse pad. Although I maybe gonna change it out with the anime mouse pad, not to mention what type of mouse pad that is.
That's what I think it is.
Although I think Cat over here already knows. Or what?
If it is what I think it is, then yes.
Well, it's probably something you think it is.
Okay then it's said.
Well, yes. And I guess the regular viewers probably know also what I'm talking about. There's a reason why my banner said something with a hand and an eye. Well, sure about it. Well, then it's just a new headset, and then I guess we're pretty set on this side. And yes, I know I said I were gonna get a new monitor, but I'll take that later on down the road. But in forms of here, view all, it's gonna be Corsair or Razer, probably. Although I am kind of a fan of there too. Well, hammer a USB-C. Actually, not that I want USB-C to use on my phone, but sure. So, cabled and close the back would be the best. Yeah, so this one has 3.5 millimeter jack. Razer headset, the same with this one. Kraken, USB. Does it also have 3.0 or is it just cable? I think it has a 3.5 millimeter jack. Or is it just me? Specifications. 3.5 millimeter jack. Well, but then I think it's pretty sad. If not, I'm gonna get me those fucking like Necco ear freaking headset like the ones they have on Amazon. Oof. I don't need to know their freaking Amazon. Come on. Reference, navigation, login. Am I... Why does this always happen for the 138.0? Bam, bam, bam. Now. Is the password? Nope. Five F 4577. 5F4577. We've sent a one-time password. Okay, sure. Now, just excuse me for a minute. Now I can put it back because it doesn't show up actually. There we go. 4138, yes. Do I still have Amazon installed on that? I think I'm just gonna text the OPT. Do I need to enter the OPT again? God damn it. Excuse me, guys. There we go. Now. Because you have like this freaking... oh my god, like this freaking like Neko freaking ear headsets. Like, yate. Like clever night. Dun 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 dun. Do do. Well, sure, I'll take a look at that later. But for now, the Razer Kraken, I don't know, black, sure. Green, sure, why not? Add that to new workstation save. So that's pretty much it for per now setup. So what did we end on? 37,668. So and okay, 2 US dollars. So 3,980.21 US dollars. For you guys that ain't Norwegian that's watching my channel. So it's starting to go up again, I see. Damn it. Well, that actually reminds me. Do I have that? Yeah, just don't mind that that one and the Nekopara. Yeah, the Nekopara vanilla cosplay thing is for cat anyway.
You don't need to know.
It's just a cosplay, okay?
Anyway.
Well, this channel is related for that anyway, so I guess it's no wonder. Just don't make me mention anything else. Steam, where the fuck? I had like a tracking... Track EMS. I had like a tracking thing. Gmail. Because I had a custom like freaking thing, like a cover to my phone that was on its way.
I wonder when that will come.
Well, yes, I really wonder myself. eBay, Steam. An item on your wishlist is on sale. I wonder what that was.
Oh no. Is it what I think it is?
Well, if Discord wants to cooperate, you'll figure out very soon. Cat, have it showed up in the chat yet?
Just loading though.
Well, yes. It's using its sweet ass time, but 35% off. Visual novel. Harem of sexy succubi. Does that tell you something?
There it came. Oh boy.
Sakura, lewd visual novel about amazing harem of sexy succubi featuring cute little dominating businesswoman and a spicy social media star. There's no shortage of women to woo. Well, sure. All custom ink and all that stuff. Totins bekräftat so updated, I know all of that. Well, that I know. I know that. Like all of these, Eve. And all of this, just delete all of these promotions. And all of this, just mark as read already. But the thing I'm going on is this one, because this was the one I ordered every... Now, Patreon. Oh god. Luna the sexy Neko made at New Year service master not safe for work art.
Oh god.
Oh my lord, Patreon has been going crazy.
That weird.
Well, sure. You'll figure out soon. Congrats, you are now a Patreon. Project Melody. Nobody saw that one.
Somebody saw that one.
New personalized audio, blah blah blah. not safe for workout, not safe for new improved, Patreon and brand new tiers. I already know that one. Not safe for work. God damn it. Upload already.
Won't it upload?
Yeah, Discord is kind of having a bit of issues while I'm streaming, but sure.
Isn't that the pretty typical though?
Updated post. Updated post. So all of those can go mark as red. This one is not gonna go marked as red because I'm gonna be using that for later. Nvidia. Still upload fail. What the fuck? Work. Damn it. Well, sure about it. Now the thing I need to know is case custom. Case custom order. Your order has been shipped. Well, good. Get me the tracking. I want to know if it's gotten out of Shanghai yet.
I doubt that, but
Well, the
hope.
shipment has been delivered to Norway Post.
Oh, but then that's good. But you just need to get it.
Well, yes. But surprisingly enough, I haven't gotten any message yet, but surprisingly, it actually made it out of Shanghai. And it actually made it out of China as well. Surprisingly enough for being these times that it is. But sure, good. Then I know I can expect my case soon. And anyway, if somebody wondering what case it is, it's just basically, well, I don't know what you should say, well, half-naked Neko with a freaking Neko life.
Oh god.
Whatever, fuck.
Really?
Well, at least it's not showing anything in particular, okay? So be happy.
With you, sometimes I can never be happy
Well,
for some reason.
well, you can't really complain.
So I can if I just want to.
And this is what I live with every goddamn day. Because she lives next fucking door.
And I am the center slash the other egg.
Well, yes, there you have it. That's also a problem.
Is there a problem? I thought you liked it.
Well, it depends which kind of tsundere you are. Because you like playing TCTC like 2 times, and I'm just...
Isn't that something you like though?
Well, it depends on the context. Oh god.
Are you taking down something there?
It's fine. I just need to get some paper. Hang on, folks.
No. Oh god. Yeah, just so you know, guys, he can be pretty clumsy sometimes.
I just spilled some coffee.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do today.
It's fine. That's what is the problem when you have a coffee can that doesn't work properly.
Yeah, but whose fault is that though?
What do you expect? I bought it on Rema. It has been another thing if I
By
bought.
the way, do you
Yeah?
have some more chili nuts?
No, but I'm going to the shop today anyway to shop more Coke and stuff for the weekend.
Buy some more chili nuts.
Yeah. Well, sure enough.
I want some chili nuts.
Well, sure. I'm gonna head to the toilet and then we'll take a look at the sound equipment.
Yes, I am glad for that.
Then I'm back here, sorry about that. Screen individual, thank you. So that's all for that equipment. Now, next stop. gearformusic.com. If. There we go. So, now, of course it signed me out again, damn it. Fucking damn it.
Is that something that happens all the time or something?
No, even though I say stay logged in on this device, it tends to log me out, and it's kind of irritating. So as you probably see already, I'm a gold VIP member.
That weird.
All in one delivery, please. Thank you. Just so I can have an overview. So, for monitors, we're going for the KRK Rocket RP5G5 studio monitors with stands. They're pretty nice. And together with that, I have the KRK8S active subwoofer with a built-in crossover. Usually, I used to cross over the crossovers, like generally on PA setups, at 125 Hz, but since this sub's crossover only go to, I think it was 101, I kind of have to cross it over about, well, there. Crossover at 100 Hz, so I kind of have to take it at 100, I guess.
Are you okay, Spider?
Boof. And I guess I won't need ground lift, and of course we're gonna be...
I think a spider misunderstood what he can do.
Well, if it stayed, then it's not weird he's not attacking you.
No, it's not that, because you know spiders climb the wall, right? On
Well,
Minecraft?
yes, I know.
Well, this spider, I don't think it's know that it's supposed to go up and not down.
Well, sure. Sometimes they can be stupid. And then we have the Behringer X18 mixer I were talking about here. Yeah. Dismiss. Don't skip any more frames, damn it. So here we have 16 inputs on the front, and the 4 first is a high C connection if I want guitars and stuff connected directly. But I'm gonna be using that for, in particular, the new studio microphone. I'm gonna get this as a Röde studio mic condenser microphone. because this AKG is a dynamic one. As you probably heard, the sound isn't bad. It works fine for like vocal stuff, but yeah. Number one, this stand. This crap isn't properly mounted. It's kind of just slid down in there with a screw just to keep it in place. But yeah, so it has those on the front. This has a main left and right output, which is gonna go to the studio monitors. Most likely. So yeah, and then I have the 4 other outputs, which is gonna go to the stage box on the back to run three monitors across the front and one for an in-ear mix to myself, since I'm gonna be running the studio off of the same mixer. Now I'm probably gonna be adding or well, I just turn on the studio monitors when I'm gonna use them, or they have an inbuilt mute function, so I'll just mute them. Since the main out is going to like it's gonna have to be on in order for me to get the sound, or technically not in order for me to get the sound out, because I can't just solo them technically, but yeah. And then you have the back side of it, which has 6 aux ends, so that's why I included those like 0.6 meter like TSR yak to XLR male connectors. So I'm gonna be running 5 and 6 straight into a Force Right box, and then I'm gonna be having 1, 2, 3, 4 sending to the stage box. And then I have personal monitoring, which I may use, we'll see. I might take that in use to actually control the studio monitors. I'll see what I do. And then I have a remote, because of course this can be controlled both via the computer and a tablet. So if I decide to, so I'm probably going to be running an Ethernet jack from this one. When I get the Ethernet rack, I'm probably going to be running an Ethernet cable from that into that one, but per now not. And then we have a USB cable, which of course is going to go down into the computer for multi-track recording, because this has 18 in 18 out multi-track recording, which I'm going to be using when I'm multi-track recording bands and stuff in here. Now the problem is I only get in 2 drum channels, so drum left and right. So if I'm going to be recording a multi-track of the drum set, I have to connect up the drum set to the stage box, and first record a multi-track of that one before I take and record multi-track of the rest of the band. So yeet. But sure, and then we of course have power on off and AC power, IC connector, or Europin connector as we call it here in the States. And that's where the tablet app comes into place. Now, XR offline per now. Nope. Scenes, main setup, load, yes. So here is the application. If you guys can see this, I'm gonna pull up the web camera full. So here is the application. Pretty nice. So you have your 1 through 8, your 9 through 16. Then you get your aux and effects, and then you have your buses, which is the 6 buses, and the outer ones is the broadcast, as you probably can see. So those are linked as a stereo. And then we have the effect sends, which is the main effect sends, and then we have our DCA, digital controlled amplifiers. So as you probably can see, the four first channels is desk mic, tablet, PC left and right, and then we have vocal mic 1, 2, and the wireless mic, and then we have bass guitar, and then we have two electric guitar channels, one acoustic guitar channel, and then we have a stereo keys channel and a stereo drum channel. And then after that we get aux effects, which is my phone, and then return for instrument reverb, pitch, reverb, and delay. And that also of course just stay the same because I'm controlling the effects with the sends, not the returns. And then of course the main left, right. So I'm just gonna go disconnect, yes. Close you and close 50,000 other apps I have open right now, which I don't need open right now. And I'm gonna get this TSR 1/4 of an inch jack to 3.5 milli jack cable a bit out of the way. So that's the mixer. And then it's the closed patch 0.60 centimeter to those 1 foot 1/4 of an inch TSR to XLR male patch cables. And then I have two 1 meter yellow XLR cables, and then four 2 meter cables. Now I kinda gotta change because I took that subwoofer, so I'm gonna be having two 1 meter for patching there. But I can actually add 4 because I can use 1 meter to patch from our top of the table down to the subwoofer, and then use two 2 meters to patch up to the speakers. And then I'll buy more XLR cables later. Then we have one of these Klotz Y XLR cable, Y 3.5mm to twin XLR male, female, male connectors for connecting to the mixer. The same with the RCA to mini jack for my phone. And I already have a cable I can use for the tablet, so that's no problem. But I actually have taken 2 of these. I don't really know why, but sure. And then we have some instrument cable, 3 meters, so 2 of those, so I can run a stereo send from a keyboard. And that's also why I have a Palmer passive 2-channel DI here for running from the keys and in. So that's pretty nice. Oh, maybe I should go back to that. Sorry. So YZ cable, Klotz twin RCA cable. Sorry, my head is still a bit yeet. I haven't gotten in myself enough coffee. So that's why I have this passive 2-channel DI box right here. Now this is the new studio microphone I'm gonna be replacing this one with, which is the Rode NT1A vocal recording pack, which includes the microphone itself, an XLR cable, although I really didn't need an XLR cable, but sure, then I can use this XLR cable to something else that I already have in the set. So that's pretty nice. And it has a stand, of course, and the stand itself and stuff. And it has this, well, mount. So the only thing I really need to get is a stand, which I already added. So it's pretty nice. And then the pop filter. So that's gonna be pretty nice as a new recording microphone. Okay, oops. Nope. There we go. Trying not to get copyright here. Holy Jesus. Well, sure. So that's gonna be the new vocal recording mic. So that's pretty nice. Here's the stand for it, just a normal studio arm from Gear for Music, nothing fancy. I think that was the one without XLR cable. Yes, it's the one without, since it's following an XLR cable with that anyway. Because then I can use that XLR cable, because I'm kind of short on XLR cables. I have one XLR cable I'm using here now, a 5 meter, just clots, Nutric connectors, F5M cable going over to the mixer here, and then I have another one of the same 5 meter XLRs actually laying on the floor here. Floor here actually going into my DI, my Palmer 1 DI, because I were playing bass guitar last night. So that was still connected to the stage box. And then I have 3 other, or technically it's 2 10 meter XLRs and 1 8 meter XLR in that box. Because one of them was very much cut down because I needed an extra patch cable. I think that was why. So one is 8 meter and the other one should be roughly 10 meters. Yeah. So that there, and here's the force right, the USB audio card I'm gonna be running sound into. So the only reason why I'm not only taking this one, it's because I also have Run Studio off of the same set. That's why I'm gonna be using a physical mixer, number 1. Number 2 is also because I like physical faders. Although it's on a tablet, that's more like physical faders than a knob, because you actually use it like a fader even though it's on a tablet. So that's pretty nice, and I know I can run like that monitor out of here, direct monitor, yeah, whatever. But yeah. So yeah. So this is not gonna be instrument or air or anything, it's just gonna be standard, nothing, unity gain. So I'm probably gonna have the gain unity on this because it's gonna be running in. So I'm not gonna be using monitor function on this pretty much, but so the line outs are not gonna be used. So yeah. So that's the USB interface thing I'm gonna be using. Now back here. Also, and this is mostly for the drum recording set, because I'm gonna be moving this mixer over and using it as a recording desk and a live desk to use on live sets, as well as drum recording. So I'm gonna put this in a pop-up mixer rack and have that on top of a Samsung SKR 16 space rack, so 16 new rack case, together with 4 DBX 166XS gate and limiter and compression rack for compressing and doing that kind of stuff with the drums. And before running the channels into the board. So there's gonna be a lot of patching to do, especially for drum mixing. Yeah, although for live use, this is for smaller live uses. But mainly it's gonna be used for drum recording, so all of this is gonna be patched together in each other. So yeah, the same. And also I have a loudspeaker, Behringer loudspeaker system, because usually I would go for the drive rack PA, but it's a bit overkill for what I'm going to be using it to. The only thing I'm really going to be using this to is basically just monitor and subwoofer. Monitor and subwoofer, I say. For subwoofer and high-end cutoffs for speakers. It has 5 sets, and later on down the road, I'll probably put in a few, like, normal PA speakers here and subs. Probably not when I'm still living here, but later. So that's why I've added this to, well, do some cuts offs and stuff. So we have 2 inputs and 6 outputs. Pretty decent. So yeah. And then Samsung case and that. And then we have, of course, the subwoofer. I think I didn't show you guys the back of the monitors yet. 1 hour. Wow. So these are the stands. They're gonna probably be standing on the side of the studio. On the side of the desks of the desk. I've listened to the sound of these KRK rockets, and they're pretty goddamn good. I've also heard some of the Adam speakers, but I like the color scheme of them. So, well, they're probably a bit overkill, because I also have a graphical equalizer directly on the so I can tune the speakers after the room, which is a pretty big benefit of the room I have here, because of how now, since I'm gonna be having a bass guitar, a subwoofer, the like from 40 to 100 hertz range, it's nothing to care about at all, because they're gonna be cut it off anyway. But like the 125 hertz range can be dragged down, because that's a frequency I'm having a bit of troubles in here with. The same with the around 3.5k, because that is a feedback problem I'm having in this room. And everything like up to like around 20k. So everything from like 15k up to 20k is basically just blop in this room. So those are just to eat. The volume is, of course, going to be set so that my ears doesn't go kaboof when I'm having unity gain. So that's going to have to be adjusted a bit underways. If not, I just run these directly on a monitor feed. Yes. Det passer litt dårlig akkurat nå. Ja. So that's the speakers, and I already showed you the back of the subs, so now it's just my new in-ear system. So that's gonna be the the Sennheiser EV-M4 in-ear system, because, well, my other in-ears have been stupid crazy. So yeah. Those are just a drop, basically. So let me go. Just put it on there, turn me on, I got you feeling for it. Then put it on there, I know you won't kiss my body, I can tell me an addiction. Well, sure, the effects are working. Yes?
I think your Discord did that.
Discord yeeted?
Yes.
Well, how about it?
Because you're kind of...
Oh,
suddenly in a sentence you stop talking.
Well, I see why, and I don't know why it suddenly says I'm not streaming anymore, even though I'm still streaming. That's weird. I don't know. Discord is a bit ET 2 times. Well, anyway. So that's that one, and then it's just 3 Mackie M48 48-volt phantom power supplies, because since this mixer has a single phantom power that applies phantom power for all channels, I would blow the other mics I'm using on the drum set. And in particular, it's the overheads that need phantom power. So, yeah. Now, did I put up gear for music? That's the final PA system. Guitars and amps. Well, that's sure. That's also. Then I can probably show you guys the plans for the for my new bass guitar set, because guitars and amps. Because, well, this is the cabinet I'm thinking of going for in like the final set for my bass guitar setup. So it's an Ampeg SVT together with an Ampeg SVT or this was what I thought first, but I were kinda taking a look at gear for music. Didn't I have a fucking... Sometimes I start to wonder myself, because this was the original plan for going Ampeg, but then I discovered I really want to go like Aguilar. So I'll show you that. That will probably be a stream more for Skulkin and the crew side of stuff. So I'll probably do a stream over there later today or tomorrow or whatever. Upon that, but sure enough. So sorry if this stream is long, but like, it's a stream, right? So this is the power supplies. So they have battery, but I'm probably gonna be running them power. But the problem with the 9 DC volt thing, the problem is that, well, number one, I need to know the power consumptions. Yeah, because external line DC 4 volt, well, I don't know the amps. But the problem is that on the thought, I think I'm just about to take the circuit here. So with my new computer coming in, together with new mixer and speakers, when I have all of these connected up, I'm afraid my fuse is gonna go kaboof. So I'm gonna hear with the owner of this house if she can order in an electrician to get a higher amp circuit on this line, because the problem is that all the lines in this house or in my apartment, all of them is like freaking, they're what shall I say, they're linked together, so all of the circuits and stuff goes on the same circuit breaker. So that's kind of a bit of a pain in the ass. I'm already dragging, like, I have 2 mixers powered on, I have 2 screens powered on, I have 2 computers powered on, a power supply powering hard drives, I have a fan powered on, and together with that I already have on my room again a power strip there that I only use at night. But anyway, I have the power cans in the roof, it's drag enough power from before, those are 70 watts. And together with that I have the fridge. The oven stove of course goes on a separate circuit, so that's okay. But yeah, we have that, and together with that I also have like my bass rig, which is roughly 3 amps, is roughly like 0.3 amps per pedal. So my pedal board itself is almost like 2 amps. So, yeah. So, well, that's kind of everything for new systems and stuff. So that's about this. So 46,000 roughly. So that's basically everything about this. Now to get back over to like stream stuff and what we originally were gonna be talking about here. Yeah. Hush, hush, hush. Oh boy, 25. God damn it. You were supposed to be together with that. But as I probably said already on an earlier video I made, I have made a Patreon, and I'm gonna be posting not safe for work gameplay on here, because most of the like visual novels and stuff and those kind of type of games like Nekopara, Nekoninexart, Wolf Tales, those kind of type of stuff, I have the adult patch and the not safe for work and censored stuff for that, so I kinda am a bit like kind of yeet if I upload that to Discord, no, to YouTube. So those kind of type of gameplays, I'm gonna be uploading teasers to YouTube and the full game clip on Patreon. So of course, well, I can probably get them up or go in my memberships, show more tiers. So, well, number one is Cultured Dweeb, which is $5 a month, so 50 Norwegian kroners if there are any Norwegian people watching right now. So, includes Discord benefits, so we'll suggest you to connect Discord to the page. So, general support and ad-free not safe for work videos, which is, well, of course, like freaking the yeah, Naughty Weeb Discord. I think I changed that over to Cultured Weeb or whatever. I'm not too sure about that one actually. Weeb at okay, you know what? Weeb at playing Valorant actually, nice. Server settings, roles. Yeah, it's Cultured Weeb, and well, I still have Naughty Weeb in here. I don't know why, but it's Cultured Weeb, and then it's Naughty Weeb, and then it's Hentai Slayer. But I think it's Cultured Weeb, which is the first, and then comes Naughty Weeb, and then comes Hentai Slayer, if I'm not completely wrong. Edit. Tears. Edit tier. Because advanced. Because the tier is Cultured Weeb. So I'm gonna edit that and go to Cultured. Cultured Weeb. Discord role. There we go. And then we have you, which is Naughty Weeb Discord role. I kinda tried to make this tiers funny. So just freaking. But Naughty Weeb tier title and then advanced. Edit. You're gonna be naughty. Well, I hope Discord won't yeet me because of that now. And that, I mean, if not, I'll have to go back and edit this stream. Oof. Edit. Discord role, save benefit, save tier, and I'm just gonna get down here. So yes, hopefully Discord won't eat. No, YouTube will eat me for that. Hopefully. If they do, then this is gonna be a pain in the ass to edit. General support, well, I set it to be not safe for work and not made for kids, so they can't complain. So general, Patreon shoutout, well, so all of this, so you can take a look at that. So sure, so check that out. And also about the YouTube uploads and stuff, I made it so that you guys can comment on the YouTube uploads if there's something you guys want me to include in a video, or just general comments about stuff. So you can comment on them, but just don't over spam the, because we that also are like in here also take and like write around about stuff when we're doing collabs and stuff, so just be aware of that. I'm gonna be uploading Half-Life 2 afterwards, and I'm gonna be recording Euro Truck and hopefully uploading that today. So that's okay.
Maybe we too can soon start with the micro series we were talking about.
Well, that's probably gonna be, because it's kind of filled up until next year, so that's probably gonna be next year sometime. Hopefully. So I don't have to change up so fucking much.
Do you know I have been waiting for over a year, but...
Well, yes, I know, but welcome to being a YouTuber, that's all I have to say. Stuff takes time. That's the only thing I have to say. Now, that work... That's, this one, delete, this and following events. Because that one's not correct anymore. And I think I have to go over to my private also and remove that one. Yeah, music production Friday update, sure. No, cancel. Cancel. Oof. Oh, that song, that's a while ago. Last time I heard this song was like back 2015. And I'm not gonna let you out of my sight. Go be killer as you break you to my. Then I might taste bitter. There's a race into each guy. But don't make killer. So rape me to my last. That was bitter. Don't get away this time. Won't get away this time. Won't get away.
Are you there? Okay, you were just so quiet.
Well, well. If... Ow. Sure. Screen individual. So that's kind of everything I have for today's stream. So yeah. So hope you guys have had great sitting here and chatting around, I guess. Okay, so I didn't add the chat box here either. God damn it. Well, anyway. But, I guess I will be seeing you guys later then. So I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Is this the song I think it is? Yep. Well, so I guess I'll end the stream here so I can take in game a bit and get on with my own stuff, get Half-Life 2 uploaded. So, stay tuned. Neko Live Gaming out.